What is up, guys? Dan Can Reacts here. Today I'll be reacting to Personal Trainer Cooking Scott the Watts by Scott the Watts. So I guess this is going to be a gameplay of him playing a Nintendo DS game. Nintendo DS's have some weird games back then. I remember there was even I think it was like a pet shop kind of like game that you would, or a veterinarian kind of game where you would, give dogs a bath, feed them, this and that. They had some weird, boring games back then. I think the only games I had back then was WWE SmackDown versus Raw. I think 2009 or 2010. That was when WWE did games for the Nintendo DS. I think I also had the some of the SpongeBob games. I had most of the Sonic games, like Sonic Colors, Sonic Racing, and then I think I had some Mario games as well. But most of it was SpongeBob and Sonic. But yeah, I remember the DS. They had some weird games back then. I don't know why. Some of them were kind of boring. But anyways, the original video will be in the description down below. If you want to check it out after this, be sure to do so. Subscribe to Scott the Watts for his videos. Give him a subscribe, and then like, subscribe, and hit the notification button to get updates on videos I'll be posting on this channel. So without further ado, let's get into this video.
Hey y'all, Scott here. What are we sinning today? I am pretty hungry.
What?
Lost. I actually get more into eating food. I heard people love that stuff. The issue is,
Bread.
I don't know how to cook. And that's a problem with Thanksgiving around the corner. What am I gonna do if I can't cook? Be thankful? Thankfully, I have an escape route. There happens to be a Nintendo DS game that has all the answers. What am I doing here? This isn't personal trainer math. The Nintendo DS era, when uncles were reborn. Your non-video game playing family members finally had something to do with their lives. While Nintendo did a lot to satiate the core audiences with the platform, they wanted to expand, give the rest of the population who didn't play video games what they wanted. World Peace in 100 classic books. They introduced the Touch Generations label, used on games meant for geriatrics patients. These games were meant to be enjoyed and understandable to
I used to have that. I had the blue and the red one.
Well, some were definitely still video games.
I think I still have the red one.
Applications, educational tools, self-help software. They snuck in a few video games under this label, like Elite Beat Agents. Oh, Grandma would totally understand this. But most Touch Generations games were on the level of Brain Age, Big Brain Academy, Crosswords DS. While the proud-to-be-a-gamer demographics wants these titles to burn in hell, I find them to be incredibly important. They broadened the gaming demographic and made way for applications of this nature on more accessible devices like smartphones, and Personal Trainer Walking invented exercise. It's just interesting to see video games that aren't video games for a video game console. 100 Classic Books doesn't even have an ESRB age rating. Looks like I'm reading the kids Othello tonight. But what does have a rating? Personal Trainer Cooking, a cookbook for the Nintendo DS. Now, this is a game. See, 100 Classic Books doesn't have an age rating because they're books, old, unedited, public domain classics like Huck Finn. Personal Trainer Cooking is basically just a cookbook, but it has alcohol references, so it's rated E for everyone. So, overall, 100 Classic Books is more appropriate for all ages. Ever actually read Huck Finn? Gourmet made easy. So easy you need to buy a DS to make mac and cheese. The DS Chef talks you through international recipes. They got the DS Chef in on this? That tears it. I'm ready. I'm gonna wear this chef's hat like it's 2027, and we're gonna make history, and to a lesser extent, food. Oh Jesus, God, what if I put in the wrong game?
Welcome to Personal Trainer Cooking.
Oh, thank Christ.
Before we go any further, please adjust my voice to the speed you like.
Slow down there.
Is this a good speed for you?
I have very slow ears.
You're ready to start cooking tasty dishes from all over the world.
Adjusting talk speed is all it takes? Alright, it is a cookbook, so gotta check the settings first. Kitchen timers included. I own a kitchen, a DS, a will to cook, but not a timer. You can exclude certain ingredients based on dietary restrictions, which is pretty handy. According to my religion's stomach and opinion, I can't eat food, so it's good I can exclude certain recipes. There's a built-in shopping list when you're gathering ingredients with a calculator included. Anybody ever use Personal Trainer Cooking on an exam? There's basically an index of info.
I never had that game at all.
Crash course in what's edible. There's even quick videos showcasing how to gut a fish, like this one where they gut a fish. This is going to be an insane turkey. Well, let's hop into the recipes where they give us a step-by-step procedure on how to use a spoon. Oh my god, there's a lot of stuff here. All different kinds of food from all different kinds of countries. But what do I want to prepare here? New England clam chowder? Fuck it, that's kind of funny. Okay, select a saucepan of an appropriate size for the number of servings you will be preparing. All I had was a milk jug. Okay, so here's all the ingredients I'm gonna need. Lucky for me, I already own food. I don't need to buy ingredients. Sure, I only have 2 of the listed ingredients, but I can make this work. First up, canned clams.
That's all he has.
And 2/3 of a small onion. Thank God that's the only portion I had. Alright, I think we're ready to move on to the actual cooking portion. The game offers light voice recognition where you can scream at it to continue, repeat, or go to the last step of your instructions. It honestly works pretty well for a Nintendo DS game from 2008. It helps that you don't have to get your messy hands on the DS as you're working and you can just focus on the clams. First up,
Drain the clams with the sieve.
the sieve was never on the ingredients. Can I substitute it with clams? Let's cut the onion, clean out cutting utensils, substitute carrots with clams, potatoes with clams, bacon with clams, and now it's time to cook.
Oh, you just made a big mess.
I mean, you get salmonella this year. Might as well try another one. Oh, they got goulash in this? Ah, damn it, it uses onions. I already used my whole 2/3 onion already. Well, you know what they say. If you can't make goulash, give up. But they got a mac and cheese recipe here. That's my favorite side dish at any Thanksgiving. Next to pretzels. I have to try, though. Chop the cheddar, boil the macaroni. I realized I was using a saucepan and sieve as a cup holder, so lucky break there. Make the sauce, don't let it brown. Is green okay?
Ew.
With salt and pepper, mix everything together. I don't have macaroni noodles, so I'm just gonna use thick
Spaghetti. I thought you
Voila,
did.
macaroni and cheese, Ohioan style.
Nice work.
Oh, we get achievements. You're goddamn right I made mac and cheese today. I can pretty much make anything now. We're gonna increase the difficulty. Chicken pot pie. You can't bake chicken
Oh,
in
you couldn't
that.
make it.
This is an empanada. Oh! My rotisserie chicken's done. Gotta feed everybody and quick.
Oh boy, food and plates?
Oh yeah.
Why is he cutting a water bottle
Happy
in a Capri
Thanksgiving.
Sun?
What is this?
It's a gourd, bitch.
What's in the crock pot?
Cereal.
You know what? I think I might go out for Thanksgiving this year.
There's this new place downtown called Steel Pretzels.
Oh, what do they have?
I don't know.
Guys,
Stale
I busted
pretzels.
my ass making all of
What
this.
else?
The least you can do is eat everything.
Dang.
Directly in front of you, you will see a failure. Personal trainer cooking is a sham. It doesn't even compete with the fucking pretzel restaurant down the street. Best Thanksgiving ever.
These pretzels are actually stale. I don't know how they do it.
Even I can't cook these. Well, you can in fact follow the instructions and get a good understanding of how to effectively cook. The voice recognition kind of blows. I know I said it was impressive for a DS game in 2008, but my god, it kept on picking up the clanks of my silverware as me telling it to continue or repeat the instructions.
Okay. Use a whisk to stir the batter mix until smooth.
What is even going on?
Which is why I will give this infamous excuse for poor video game performance towards my cooking ability. Why did my meals turn out bad? It was the controller, not me!
So it's a controller. And I've heard some of the DS games, but those ones I've never heard of. Especially a cooking one, that's very interesting. I wouldn't be surprised if they actually start bringing those back for the Switch 2. Mostly the Switch 2, because, you know, all they have now is just Mario games. I think some Wii, like, not Wii, but like those little, I guess, Wii Fit reboot games or whatever. It would be kind of interesting. They actually did a cooking game for a Nintendo Switch 2. But yeah, those are weird days back then. But yeah, so many memories with the DS. I think I still have the red one to this day. I don't think it's working anymore, but I mean, it's old, but yeah, then after that they ended up going to the 3DS or the Nintendo DSi, which I think is similar to the DS version, but I think it has a camera now. I think the only thing that's different was just the camera, that's it. Then they switched to the 3DS, which I really wanted it as a kid, but it was like, I think like $300 or something like that. I don't know, like $200 or $300. But I never got one, but it was still pretty cool to actually, you know, hear good things about it. Then we got the Switch, which is also pretty cool. I have that as well. I have the Switch as well. So the Nintendo Switch 2, never gonna buy that. I heard that's like almost like $500 or $600. Like I'm not paying all of that just for like the same thing. It's literally the same thing as the original Switch, but the screen is bigger, and the controllers are now kind of like instead of it being like slidable like the original Switch controllers, it's now I think you can like what magnets you just put it in the game console, but it looks the exact same. They just made the screen bigger, but yeah, I am not paying $600 for that. Like I'm good with the Switch or the original Switch. But anyways, guys, thank you all for watching, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace.